In this video, I'm going to show you guys how you can get a Nintendo Switch for free, and to be honest, it's actually pretty easy. This method isn't as simple as clicking a button on a website and then them delivering it to you. You actually do need to work a tiny bit, but very minimal to be honest, and then you'll have that Nintendo Switch for free, and you'll probably even have possibly a couple $100 left over, or even many games if you'd like to keep them. Before I start the video and how to do this method, have a think about subscribing. I've got lots of videos on my channel already, and there's heaps to come. So how are you actually going to get a Nintendo Switch for free? So what you're going to have to do is make your way over to Marketplace, and you're just going to be looking at Nintendo Switch deals. So let's just say you snagged yourself a good deal. You got this Switch here, and let's say 5 games here. So basically, let's say if it was $200, so what you're going to do is each of these games, you're going to resell them. You're going to get $40 each per game, and then you're left with a free Nintendo Switch for yourself. However, if you are really quick, you can get yourself a Nintendo Switch for free, and many games as well. So for this whole deal here, so I got a Nintendo Switch, I got some Joy-Cons, an extra pair of Joy-Cons, another extra pair, however I took this one out because it actually just didn't work when I got home and checked everything worked, but I don't really care, that's okay. Another pair of Joy-Cons, this is where the money is at right here. Pokemon Eevee with the Pokeball Special Edition. On eBay, I believe these go for about $150 Australian, maybe even 200 or so. And these ones are even more, these are about $250 Australian. So, literally just me selling these two, if I was to sell them, let's say even I got a tiny bit under and I sold like, let's say these 2 pairs of Joy-Cons, I'm literally left with the Switch and all the games left here. So I've actually got the Marketplace listing on the screen right now, as you can see, so I'm not lying. So we're not going to include this in the final price and profit because the video is on how to get a Nintendo Switch for free, so we're not going to include that. So let's say for each of these games here, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and we'll include Mario Kart. Let's say I got $30 Australian each for these games, which is about 20 US dollars. So 10 of these, that adds up to 300, which you've almost already evened out on. Let's say these Joy-Cons altogether, I realistically think you probably get more than this, but we'll just say 100. You've already made your deal. And then you've also got these Pokemon things, which I'm just going to say add up to 250. So that is already $250 profit, and you still get to keep a Nintendo Switch. So that's $250 plus a Nintendo Switch that you've just got yourself for free. However, you do have to be quick. For deals like this, you can't just message and say I'll pick up in a week's time, because someone else is going to offer hundreds of dollars more. I messaged, it was literally about 10 minutes after the listing was actually published. So I was very quick. I said I could have picked up right then, but I said I'd be there in a few hours or so. So then the guy held it for me. But you're just going to be very quick with this stuff, otherwise you'll miss out. This is another deal that did just pop up. So as you can see, it's a Nintendo Switch OLED with 9 games and 4 controllers. So let's say for the games, so let's say 9 games times, let's say $40 average. So that's $360 already. So you're only $40 away. So that means you'd only have to sell, well, you'll probably even make profit while keeping the Nintendo Switch OLED, because you got 4 controllers there. Let's say each of them you sell for an average of $20, so that's $440. So you've actually, well, you'll keep the Switch OLED and you've made $40. If I wanted to right now, I could go drive out and get that deal, but to be honest, I've still got a lot to sell already. Here is a deal I actually did get, and another example. So as you can see, $320 for a Nintendo Switch plus 9 games, and also 2 Pro controllers. So the 9 games, it's also got 3D All-Stars in it, which is kind of good. So let's say $40 average again. This is Australian, by the way, as I've been using the whole video. $40 Australian, so that's $360 again. So you've already made your money, but you've also got 2 controllers to sell. So that will say another $40. So again, $440. So you'll be keeping the Switch and keeping $120 with you. You could also do this even if you've already got a Switch. Like, I just sell the Nintendo Switches as well because I've already got a Switch too, so there's no real use for this for me. So this method, it's actually legit, and also it's a win-win at the end of the day. The person who puts the games on is getting what they originally paid for, so you don't usually lowball them or anything because the price is already low enough. And also you're getting all this stuff and you can sell it by yourself and get some stuff for free. You can also sell on eBay or just Marketplace because you don't get any fees on Marketplace. Thank you for watching, and also, yeah, I do know you have to spend a bit of money at first, so it's technically not free, but in the end, it'll actually be free. You'll get yourself one of these for nothing at all. Also, if you have any complaints or questions, make sure you leave them in the description. But thanks for watching. I've also got another video right here